Long ago and far away, in enchanted lands across the seas, lived kings and queens, princes and princesses, good fairies and wicked witches, ferocious giants and gentle dwarfs. Their adventures and stories have been told for hundreds of years. Open the pages and listen to the words, and you too can join the magical world of Once Upon a Time.
Jorinda and Joringel. Once upon a time there was an old castle in the middle of a huge forest, and in this castle lived an old woman. She'd lived alone in the castle for at least 100 years. During the day, this strange old woman would turn herself into an owl or a cat, but at nightfall she would become human once again. The old woman was really a wicked old witch who liked to trap any animals who strayed into her forest, and when she'd caught them, she would cook and roast them. She was just as keen on catching people too. If a boy happened to be passing close by the castle, she would cast a spell on him, and he would be rooted to the spot. But if a girl was passing, she would turn her into a bird. Then she would shut the bird up in a little cage and take the cage to one of the rooms in the castle, where hundreds of other birds had been locked in cages. One day, a girl and a boy went walking in the witch's forest. The boy was called Joringel, and the girl was called Jorinda. They were both very much in love and were soon to be married. Joringel had heard all about the witch's castle, and as they were out walking, he warned Jorinda, "Soon we will come upon the witch's castle. Don't go too near it, or the old witch will turn you into a bird." They both carried on walking deep into the forest until the sun started to set. Then Joringel suggested they both make their way home. But as soon as they tried to find their way out of the forest, they realized that they were lost. Eventually, Jorinda and Joringel saw something in the distance. When they got a little closer, Joringel realized it was the witch's castle. "I'll go on a little further, but you stay there," said Joringel. "I don't want you getting too near." So Joringel went even closer. Jorinda waited until he'd walked on a little, and then she followed him. A few minutes later, Joringel turned round. He was alarmed to see that Jorinda was only a few paces behind. "Why didn't you listen to me?" he cried. And then, before he had the chance to say anything else, Jorinda started to sing a little song. Joringel's worst fear had come true. Jorinda circled above him. She had turned into a nightingale. While the little nightingale was sitting in the tree, singing her sweet song, a huge brown owl appeared. It hovered above the branches and hooted in a frightening way. Joringel didn't realize that this owl was the old witch in disguise. He reached out to try and catch the little nightingale, but as soon as he moved his arm, he found that it was stuck in that position. Poor Joringel stood there like a statue. He couldn't move his hands or his feet. He desperately wanted to tell Jorinda how much he loved her, but when he tried to open his mouth, he couldn't utter a single word. That wicked witch has cast a spell on both of us," he thought. The nightingale kept on singing, but by now her song had changed from a happy tune to a sad one. Joringel would have wept if he could, but the witch's spell meant that he couldn't even shed a tear. Minutes later, the owl flew out of sight. Suddenly, the witch appeared from out of the bushes. The moon was up, and she turned into a human once again.
"Come here, my pretty."
The witch murmured something, and the nightingale flew straight into her hands. "Where's my little nightingale?" thought Joringel, when he saw that she was no longer on the tree. The witch could read his thoughts.
"Ha ha! She's here with me,"
she cried. Then the witch took the bird away, but Joringel was powerless to do anything. Just before the witch went into her castle, she turned to Joringel and said,
"Now the moon is up, you are free again."
At last, Joringel was free to move as he pleased. He fell on his knees and begged that the old woman give Jorinda back to him.
"Please don't take her. Please don't go, don't take her."
But it was too late. The witch had already taken Jorinda into her castle and locked the door.
"I'll never see my Jorinda again,"
wept Joringel. In his despair, he wandered off to a village near the castle. He stayed there for a long time and found himself a job minding sheep. Every day he walked around the castle at a safe distance, in the hope that he might catch a glimpse of the little nightingale. After all, that little bird had once been his true love.
It's time to turn over to side 2.